on April 30th, 2025. Something remarkable happened. All around the world, people stood up, not for entertainment, not for elections, but for one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the young leader of Burkina Faso, a man who rose to power through defiance, not diplomacy, a man loved by many, criticized by others, but ignored by no one. And on that day, global voices came together, from Africa to the Americas, from Europe to the Caribbean, to say one thing loud and clear: leave Traoré alone. In this video, we travel country by country to witness the wave of support for a man who refuses to kneel, and for a continent that refuses to be controlled. Burkina Faso. We begin where it all started, the capital, Ouagadougou. Tens of thousands took to the streets, young and old, men and women, citizens and volunteers. They chanted, "Le peuple avec Traoré." The people are with Traoré. Flags flew high. People danced in the streets, but it wasn't a celebration. It was a statement. Burkina Faso had spoken. Ghana. In Accra, hundreds marched through the streets. Led by the socialist movement of Ghana, they held signs reading, "Hands off Burkina Faso. Africa for Africans." The energy was unshakable. The message was clear. Liberia. In Monrovia, people stood in defense of African sovereignty. Activists urged the youth to protect leaders who resist neocolonialism. Traoré, they said, is not just Burkina Faso's leader, but Africa's voice. Gambia? In Banjul, young people wore t-shirts with Traoré's face. They handed out flyers, played protest songs, and called for African pride and protection. Many said, "We've never had someone speak for us like this before." France. In Paris, home to a large West African diaspora, protesters filled the Place de la République. Some opposed Traoré, but many more defended him. They accused France of manipulating West Africa, and they called Traoré a symbol of new resistance. Germany. Berlin saw Burkinabe flags wave high above the crowd. Protesters held banners, "Stop the neo-colonial agenda." Africa is not your playground. It wasn't just Africans who marched. It was students, activists, and human rights defenders standing together. Austria. In Vienna, a smaller but symbolic protest was held. People lit candles for peace in the Sahel. Signs read, "Justice for Burkina Faso. Support true African leadership." United Kingdom. In London, African drums echoed through the streets. Diaspora communities organized a peaceful demonstration highlighting the shared vision between Traoré and past icons like Sankara. Many waved both flags, Burkina Faso and Pan-African unity. United States. In New York City, Harlem was alive with sound. Rastafarian elders and African Americans rallied, praising Traoré as a descendant of Sankara and a warrior against imperialism. A priest declared, "This is not about one man, it's about Africa reclaiming its voice." Suriname. In Paramaribo, community leaders organized a day of prayer and discussion. Though small in number, their message was firm. We are connected to Africa, and Traoré's mission is our mission. This was not a normal day. This was not a moment. It was a movement, a global uprising in defense of African self-determination. People rose up, not for money, not for power, but for principle. To stand behind a man who refuses to shake the wrong hands, and a country that dares to dream beyond the chains of history. What do you think? Are we witnessing the birth of a new African resistance, or the beginning of a much larger global power shift? Was your country part of the movement on April 30th? Comment below and let us know where you're from. Drop your country's name and flag. Let Traoré and the world know who's standing with him. If you believe in sovereignty, in freedom, in the right to choose your own leaders, then this is your moment to speak. Like and share this video, and subscribe for more about power, people, and the fight for real independence. Let the world hear your voice. Thank you for watching.